And I had thoughts of, man, I shouldn't, I've had thoughts where I felt like I regret having a child. But in reality, that was just temporary feelings. And all of that came from fear. And all of that came from me feeling like I wasn't good enough. And as a mom, a lot of times we feel like we're not good enough. That is why we sometimes give up our babies or we have abortions, because we feel like we're not good enough and we're not going to give them, we're not able to give them what we think what we think they need, when actuality children just need to be loved. They just need to know you love them and that you will accept them. And that's where there were times where I went wrong when it in that area. But now I've realized that all my babies want is for me to love them and love on them and give them kisses and hugs and stuff like that. And so I asked my son a question, and I said to him, well, if you can, do you wish that you had a different mom? And he said, you can't choose who your parents are and stuff. He didn't answer the question. I wanted him to answer the question, but from the tone of his voice, I don't think he would have trade me for the world. I don't think he would. And I wouldn't trade his behind in either. If you see us together, man, like over Christmas, I got them this ticket to go skydiving. I did not go. I'm like, I'm not. It wasn't real skydiving. It was indoor skydiving. And, I was looking at them. So adorable. And I asked him, I said, so when are we going to be able to visit you are we going to be able to visit you on base now? He's like, yeah. So I'm like, no matter how old they are, they still want their mama around, even though when they front like they don't, So back to what I was saying, like, if you have to make that decision, my advice is to go through with the pregnancy. My advice is to, find a way. You find a way, and you will find a way. You have it in you to find a way to take care of the baby. And believe it or not, there are a lot of people who are willing to help. There are government assistance, even though they give you a hard time. But if you go through the process, you will find the help. If you have to go to another state, you'll find, the Bible says knock. And for a long time, I didn't understand that if you knock, you shall receive. Because he'll open doors for you. In my moments when I'm feeling frustrated because of finances or whatever, then I doubt God, and all of a sudden I'm like, I'm atheist. But deep down, I know that I'm not. I know that I know that there is something greater than me, that walks me through all my obstacles. So I just wanted to show you guys. I want to show you what my son gave me for Christmas, and I'm so happy he gave that to me. Those are the reasons when I look back and all the struggles, it was all worth it. It's not so much of what he's given me as a gift, it's the fact that it came from his heart. I can tell it came from his heart because he put thought into it, in my opinion. So this is my bathroom. He got me this. I'm using a selfie stick because I cannot afford to hire a professional cameraman yet. But if you guys continue to support me, one day I'll be able to afford a professional cameraman to actually do this. Maybe I can have a show that's actually a Real Housewives, because I'm an actual housewife. There it is. Oh my goodness. He got me the shower curtain that match with the carpet. I just want to show you guys this. I'm so proud. I love it. All matching. My baby got me this. Ooh. Camera fell. Ooh, my selfie stick. I love it. It's so nice. He got that for my bathroom and stuff. And then he got his dad, sneakers. When he was shopping for his dad, he was like, I don't know what to get him. He has everything. It's true. My husband is, it's hard to shop for this man. Very hard. Very hard. He has no idea how much of a pain in the neck he is when it comes to shopping for him. Because it's like everything he just goes and get it. I'm like, can you like stop getting yourself stuff sometimes so that you can give us options? You know what I mean? So, I'm going off on topic. Oh, I put okay, great. I got my camera on the stand so I can have this conversation with you guys. Yeah, so definitely if you're going through that, like I said before, no matter what decision you make, it's ultimately your decision. But remember that a child is really a gift. At the time when I was going through the hardship and I didn't have the financial means, I thought it was a curse. I did. Because I was scared. I didn't know how I was going to take care of the baby. But the truth is, a child is a gift. It's not that easy to just, get pregnant. Because there are a lot of women that cannot have babies and they really want a baby. And if you happen to be the lucky one to be pregnant, choose your baby. It will be hard. You're going to have to make some tough decisions, but in the long term, it'll be worth it. When I look at my son now, it's worth it. And when I look at my two boys, my other two little boys, it's worth it. It's all worth it. And again, like, oh, by the way, y'all, if you guys have little boys, I have some kids clothes that I'm giving away. So you can always message me, and I'll get it to you somehow. If you're in the Atlanta area, let me know. Atlanta or Cobb County. I can definitely give them to you if you need them, And women, we have to continue to build sisterhoods so we can help each other in our hard times, If more women were to stop being so competitive and catty with each other, I think we can move mountains. We can support other sisters that are going through a pregnancy and they're scared. And by the way, fellas, if you got a woman pregnant and you're scared, you don't know how you're going to provide for the child, trust me, it's going to be okay. You'll make it through and you will appreciate that you went through it. All children need is love, meaning that you're there for them, you're there to listen to them, you're there to hug them and tell them it's going to be okay, because your love will show. You go out and you do the best you can for them. Long term, for the most part, that child will the child will appreciate you. So fellas, do not give up on your children. Don't be so quick to run away because you don't have money, because you can get a job. If the two of you work together, you both have a low job, you can put your pennies together and make it happen. So fellas, don't let your ego, make you run away from your children. Don't do that, because one day you will be an old man and you will wonder, well, why did I walk away from my child? Why did I give up so easily? You'll regret it. You'll live to regret it because you don't know what that child could have been. It's better to stick around to find out what that child could have been than to walk away and never knowing what your child could have been. Like my son, he's working on aircrafts. When I was pregnant with him, this woman said, you don't know what he's going to be. Now, had I not listened to her and terminated the pregnancy, I would have never known. I would have never been able to now smile and look at his face And I tease him and I call him Mr. Sexy Chest, because sometimes, because he's now built and he's 18, you know, looking all handsome and stuff. And I would have never gotten to see that beautiful young boy. Um, and I just want to kiss him up and stuff like that. And I think it drives him crazy. But I'm his mom, and he's stuck with me for the rest of his life. And he can go far away from me. I will hunt his behind down, and oh my God, he's so adorable to me. Um, and I know he knows that I love him with all my heart. And I would, you know, I'm glad I did it. I remember one time I got mad at my son, and I said something really, really stupid. And I said to him, I should have, when I was told to give you up, I should have given you up. And I was in the moment. Like, moms, we make so many mistakes. Oh my God. When I tell you, I'm a work in progress. I make so many mistakes. I was so mad at my son that I said that. And I feel so bad that I did. But I was so angry. And I know that he knows that I'm human. And guys, kids, forgive your parents, because your parents are humans, and we don't know what the hell we're doing. We're just figuring this thing out. Like, sometimes I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. And that goes back to when you're pregnant and you're scared and you don't know. And I think my son, my little ones, my 8-year-old, my Ethan, and I'm telling you, my Ethan, kid says the wisest thing, and he'll remind me that I'm perfect. I'm still perfect. My 5-year-old son reminds me that I'm still perfect, even when I'm not the best, you know, at being a calm, collected mom, and I'm like yelling, like, "Oh my God, get your work done!" And they can still look at me and forgive me and like, yeah. And just remember, moms and dads, you're human. You're not perfect, and your children understand that. Like, I understand my mom. You know, I understand her. And I love her no matter what. You know, just choose your children. Choose them, because they can't fend for themselves. I'm glad I chose my son. I never allowed anybody to come into my life to tell me to get rid of my kid. Nah. Or to hurt my kid. No. If when I, you know, if I know that somebody is abusing my kid, let's just put it like this: I'd be wearing orange and stuff, and I would gladly serve time for killing somebody who hurt my child, because you didn't give that child life. You don't know what that child's going to become, so you don't get that pass to abuse my kid. You don't get to do that. So it's very important that, you know, that we mothers, fathers, we protect our children. And if you need another thing, if you need help, mental help, go for it. Like, that's one thing I used to fight before. I used to think, oh my God, I can't go to a therapist. Now, where is the therapist? I'm going. I'm talking. I'm going to get the help that I need, so I can be the best mom that I can be, so I can be the best human being that I can be. It's okay to need help mentally. It's okay to see a psychiatrist. It's okay to see a psychologist. It's okay to see a therapist. It's all of that is okay. It shows that you're willing to grow, you know? And so as a mom, if you feel like if you're having thoughts of hurting yourself or your children, ask for help. And a good trusted psychologist or a psychiatrist will help you, you know. Even if you have to let your children stay with the other parent for a little while, or a grandparent for a little while you get yourself together, just make sure you do it, okay? Just make sure you do it, and your children will thank you for it. And don't give up on them either. Be there for them and still visit them, and you know, they'll appreciate you for all those things. With that being said, this video went a little bit longer than I really wanted it to. I am Mama Earth. We are one. Join me next time for my next topic, where I'm going to talk about, is it okay for transgender people to be in women's sports, or transgender woman to be in male sports? Do you think that's okay? We're gonna talk about that topic on my next live on Facebook. Again, until next time, I am Mama Earth. We are one. Bye.